So everyone's doing these end of the decade lists, best of, worst of, most important, etc. But it's truly, to be honest, it's not really the end of the decade, is it? It's next year. But we don't want to miss out on doing these lists, so we're gonna pick our top 5 games of the decade that you should not have missed out on. Each one of us has 5 games, so we're gonna have to be quick about it. And let's start with Petter.
Hey!
Hey! Okay, so 5 games, that was hard.
Yes.
Yes, but very fast. Games you shouldn't have missed. Beyond Good and Evil, of course. Hopefully the original version, but it's available on Xbox Live, for example.
And
So-
Steam, maybe?
Yeah, and Steam as well. So go download that and buy it and play it. It's a wonderful game. Also, very important not to miss, one of the most important PC games of the decade is World of Warcraft. Chances are that you haven't missed it, but if you have, you should at least give it a try because it's
And
meant
you-
a lot.
And
for
you
the-
should have missed it.
I sure haven't missed it. I lost 4 years to it. Another game that you...
I missed those years.
I want them back. Another game that you shouldn't have missed is Animal Crossing from the original version on the GameCube, preferably together with 3 friends. You'll have a blast, and it's an awesome game. Also, you shouldn't have missed, if you like MMOs, you definitely shouldn't have missed Ryzen, a small
You
indie
probably
game.
did.
You probably did. It's been cancelled twice, I think. At least once, maybe twice. You should pick it up and give it a try. A lot of people are describing what they want from an MMO, and that's all in Ryzen, so give that a shot. And last but not least, you're going to talk about another game, I think, in this pack. But if you follow Thomas' advice, follow mine as well, and play Portal all the way through. It's an amazing game, amazing storytelling, amazing characters, and an amazing song at the end.
Yeah. And cake?
And perhaps cake.
Perhaps cake. Yeah, I'm gonna start out with Metroid Prime, which pretty much is just everything that a Metroid game should be, a game of this sort. And was also, of course, the first game that took it into a 3D universe. And to me, in my book, this small, it's more impressive than the first Mario in 3D and even the first Zelda in 3D, so really good game. Final Fantasy X, again, kind of controversial, because everyone who mentions Final Fantasy in this kind of lists always mentions the 7th one, but I am one of the few.
But it wasn't released this decade.
No, that's true. But I actually, even with the 7 included, I think that Final Fantasy X is probably the strongest Final Fantasy to date.
We've had an argument about this already outside the studio, and we're going to keep on arguing about this.
Yep.
Yeah.
Half-Life 2, of course, the original for PC. The first game was spectacular, the second one even better, and I was one of the many people who watched all the videos, all the tech videos, everything about Half-Life 2, and it still lived up to all the expectations. So what more is there to say? Okami for the PlayStation 2.
Not the Wii version?
No, not the Wii version. It's more or less another Zelda game, but done in a really original universe and with some of the most amazing graphics still to this day. And also it's just a really strong game with this beautiful sense of pacing and story and everything. And it's just really good adventure. And last, God of War 2. Yeah, well, God of War was the definition of what a good action game should be to me. And really easy to get into, amazing graphics and just very manly. And the second,
Very badly.
very manly. And the second just improved and more or less defined everything about God of War as a series. So
The ultimate man game.
the ultimate. Seriously,
Again,
you're
you're such a
alpha
macho
male, man.
Yeah, you're the tallest, the strongest.
Okay, so now we're gonna move on to my list, the definitive list of the decade. And we had an argument about this game, me and Thomas, Halo. And I'm sure that some of you watching it will be very mad at me for picking that. But I just felt that it opened up a lot of doors. And for me, when I played it the first time, it was really an eye-opener in several ways. And that's why I picked it. Another game that I think could have made all of our lists, Super Mario Galaxy. Terrific game. A game that's I would say, unrivaled on the second most popular platform this decade, the Wii, and just a brilliant piece of game design. The next game, it's one of those games that, you know, you get a new game every 5 years or so. It's a Civilization 4. And you think that when you play it, it's like, well, this is like it's always been, but they actually do change a lot of things. And Civilization 4, to me, is the pinnacle of that series. And it's one of those games that I just can sink countless and countless of hours into, and I never grow bored of it because I'm actually creating my own game the way I want it. I'm customizing it, and I'm giving myself different goals each time I play it, and it's just such a brilliant concept that never gets old. So that's my third game, and then I'm also picking Mass Effect. We could go through all the flaws and the technical.
We've done that.
Yeah, we had that discussion.
I prefer the PC version.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of flaws in Mass Effect, technical and also game design-wise. It's just that certain things that they did in Mass Effect, they did so well that it just outshines everything. It sort of puts all the little flaws to the side, and I just ignore those flaws. It's
Well, you
Yeah.
would if you were playing the PC version, but carry on.
actually played the 360 version 2.5 times. And I'm gonna play it one more before the second hits. So, and then finally, this game has, to me, the gaming moment of the decade for me, and that's Res, the Area 5. When I play that, it's just, and I've probably played that level at least 30 or 40 times, and I try to play it at least once a year.
Yeah, me too.
And it's just pure bliss. It's just video games raised up to something it's so simple, but it just gives me something more than what anything else, any other media form could do. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful level. And the whole game is great. And that's it. That's each of our top 5s. And we're running out of time, and our producer is looking very angrily at us, but we'll be back tomorrow, and we'll be japping even more.